In this pod, we'll continue to look at how businesses are structured. In particular, we'll focus on the benefits and drawbacks of different organisational structures, including tall and flat structures, and centralised and decentralised authority. Before you begin, it might be useful to re-watch Organisational Structure Part 1.
Some organisations have very tall or hierarchical structures, made up of many layers of staff with different levels of authority. For example, ranks in the British Army include private, corporal, sergeant, staff sergeant, and sergeant major. The levels in a tall structure offer lots of opportunity for promotion up the chain, which can be motivating, but there is little room for innovation and empowerment at the bottom. The span of control is fairly small, and the communication pathways downwards can be very long. This type of business structure is characterised by clearly defined roles and responsibilities, with little room for flexibility or change.
In contrast, a new business startup doesn't need such a tall, narrow structure. There will be fewer employees who will all have a large part to play in the initial success of the business. This type of structure thrives on innovation, change and creativity, and is known as a horizontal or flat structure. There aren't many levels of hierarchy, and the span of control is much larger.
In a flat structure, decisions can be made much more quickly, and communication is more efficient. Fewer levels of hierarchy mean that communication pathways are shorter, so there is less room for misunderstanding. However, confusion over roles and responsibilities may arise, leading to a lack of organisation and focus on tasks. More delegation happens in flat structures. Remember, this is when employees are given authority to complete important tasks themselves.
Managers in a flat structure could then focus more on strategy and planning if staff can get on with implementing their ideas. This can be motivating, but requires more highly qualified and skilled staff. Operatives at the bottom of a tall structure, on the other hand, do not need to be as highly qualified or skilled, as they do not make any important decisions.
The type of structure used by an organisation depends on many factors. By their nature, newer startups tend to be flatter structures. Older, larger, more established organisations, such as armies, banks, and national or multinational supermarket chains, tend to have more rigid and tall structures. This helps to ensure high levels of organisation and consistency, as all employees of the company follow instructions given from the top.
But this can change. If the marketplace is changing and customer trends are evolving, businesses may need to delayer and move towards a flatter structure. Delayering means reducing the number of levels of hierarchy within the business, leading to shorter communication pathways and a wider span of control. Delayering can improve communication and speed up decision-making, helping a business to keep pace with changing customer needs. It may also lead to increased delegation, which can improve motivation among staff. On the other hand, newer businesses may need to formalize employee roles into a taller structure once they're established in the market. This might allow them to gain more investment or achieve international expansion.
Businesses can be structured in different ways. Many multinational companies have an organisational structure based on region, ensuring that staff around the world work effectively and in tandem. For example, Coca-Cola's global operations are divided by continent. Other businesses are organised by product. Apple has an iPhone division, an iPod division, and a Mac division. This allows greater focus on the development of products.
However, most businesses are organised by function, with different departments for HR, finance, marketing and production. These divisions ensure that different skills are effectively managed and maximised. It also allows everyone to clearly understand their roles and responsibilities when it comes to achieving the business's aims.
In a centralised business structure, the power to make decisions is concentrated at the top of the hierarchy, among the business's owners, or a very small number of senior managers. Decisions are then communicated down the chain of command. This is effective for ensuring consistency and coordination within the organisation. However, long communication pathways can reduce efficiency and leave little room for creativity or innovation. This can impact the motivation of employees who feel they lack freedom and independence.
In decentralized structures, there is far more delegation. Power is more widely dispersed throughout the organization among a larger number of managers, who have more freedom and independence to make decisions and implement new policies. This is good for innovation and employee morale, but may mean a lack of coordination and consistency. This structure may not be as effective in times of crisis, when decisions need to be made quickly and decisively.